Hi, my name is Vicki DeCoster, and I'm the author of The Wacky World of Womanhood and Husbands, Hot Flashes, and all that hullabaloo. Here today to read you one of my humorous essays titled The Clock Chimes 40 Times. Mommy, my 4-year-old daughter said matter-of-factly in the bathroom on the morning of my 40th birthday, your bottom is too big for the toilet seat. As if turning 40 wasn't hard enough, now I had a 4-year-old measuring the size of my rear end in proportion to the size of the toilet seat. I had time to think about turning 40. After all, I had turned 39 the year before, for goodness sake. But before I knew it, 40 was looming, and the story of my 39th year was a documentary on the History Channel. And there I was, my oversized rear end hanging over the edges of the toilet seat, head in my hands, wondering where Ponce de Leon was when I needed him. In a desperate moment, I had checked on MapQuest.com for the Fountain of Youth, but instead, it gave me directions to a famous plastic surgeon in Los Angeles. For my 40th birthday, I had hoped to be on a cruise ship, dressed in a bikini with an umbrella drink in one hand. Instead, I filled the baby pool in the backyard, slipped on my skirted, chest-padded, matronly swimsuit, and drank a can of Busch Light. As I leaned back against the hard plastic side of the pool and stared at the cornfields in the distance, I thought about how being 40 had changed some things in my life. When people under 40 mention dimples, I automatically look at their face. When people 40 and over mention dimples, I know immediately what they're talking about. At 40, dimples don't give you a cute smile, but instead cause you to start wearing control-top pantyhose with shorts. I've also learned that saddlebags don't just belong on a horse with a handsome cowboy. Saddlebags are unwelcome guests. I can't store anything in them, and I can't check them at the airport. I like to throw those saddlebags on a horse and tell that horse to giddy up all the way to the next town and find some 20-year-old who needs them. At 40, I've learned that sweating doesn't just happen when I exercise vigorously. It happens while I sleep, it happens while I eat, and it happens while I'm reading a magazine article on sweating. It happens so much that I have begun wearing one of those headbands that tennis players sport during Wimbledon, and that Olivia Newton-John wore in her Let's Get Physical video. And when my friends gently say, "Keep your chin up," they're not trying to give me encouragement to persevere in my life. They're telling me to really keep my chin up, because if I don't, my double chin will become more obvious. Being 40 means not wrapping myself in shrink wrap as a special surprise when my husband gets home from work. I've switched to aluminum foil instead, because it hides more. I've become a licensed expert in hair color, by experience alone. I've tried every color in aisle 7 at the local drugstore. My roots have no color prejudices. They don't care, just as long as they aren't gray. Pimples do not discriminate against age. They love to make a grand re-entrance at age 40, and they're badder and bigger than ever. Suddenly you're back in aisle 6, the zit-zapper aisle, at the local drugstore, and you're discussing the T-zone with your friends. I slowly open my eyes. Yep, I'm still in the baby pool. My beer can is empty. I hold up my fingers in front of my eyes. They're wrinkled like prunes. I stare at them from all angles. Yep, it could be worse. Compared to my fingers right now, my face still looks pretty good. I've got the hair color thing going for me, and my saddlebags are hidden with the bathing suit skirt. And I've got older friends who cheer me up constantly by telling me, "You think 40 is hard, just wait till you turn 50. God love them, those wrinkly old optimists. Have you had your laugh today? Visit my website at wackywomanhood.com for a laugh. And thanks for listening.